Hello, welcome to the JD Theory. Today, we're going to look at the 2026 Grammy Award nominations. I believe it is the 68th annual Grammy Award. So we're going to look at all the categories. I'm going to say my picks. If it's a category I don't really have too many opinions on, I'm probably not going to dwell on it, but yeah, the Grammys take place Sunday, February 1st, and I suppose when it actually comes out, we're going to see how we feel about it, but here's the official nomination list. What are these other articles? Okay, it's just the same the same thing. All right, General Field, Category 1, we have Record of the Year, DTFM, Bad Bunny, Man-Child, Sabrina Carpenter, Anxiety, Jochi, Wildflower by Billie Eilish, Abracadabra by Lady Gaga, and Luther by Kendrick and SZA. Whoa. How many nominations for this category? This Subway by Chappelle Rowan, and APT by Rose and Bruno Mars. Wow. A lot of nominations, but I'm not really convinced any of these are Record of the Year material. I feel like there's got to be a better pop song than any of these, dude. Am I crazy for that? Either way, this is the field. Ooh. Okay, so when it comes to Grammy nominations, there's who you want to win and who you think will win. Now, I really hope Kendrick Lamar wins because his new record was pretty great. But I think they'll probably give it to, Sabrina Carpenter. Would that be crazy if we saw her kind of run the Grammys? Or Bad Bunny is doing the Super Bowl. Do you want to stack him with a couple Grammys before the big show? I don't know. But yeah, you know what? If I have to make one choice, that's how I'll do it. I'm going Luther Kendrick Lamar just because I want to see it win. It's a great record. Album of the Year, Category 2. Debe tiras mo fotos. Yeah. Bad Bunny. Swag by Bieber. Man's Best Friend, Sabrina, Let God Sort 'Em Out, Clips, Mayhem Gaga, GNX Kendrick, Mutt by Leon Thomas, Chromacopia by Tyler. Okay. A bit more variety in the Record of the Year, or Album of the Year, excuse me. Swag was kind of cool. Justin did some different things. The track with Cash Cobain I thought was dope. I love Cash Cobain. Dude, can I be honest? I haven't gotten around to the new Clips album. I know they came back after God knows how long. Well, together. Push never stopped. But I know I need to listen to that. Save the comments. I'll check it out by the time I need to make my album end of the year list. But let's see. I'm thinking GNX, man, and I don't want to just dull out every category to Kendrick. But just looking at the field, man, this is some pretty weak stuff. There were so many amazing albums in 2025, and this is the best we came up with. Yeah. Why is Leon Thomas here, man? He's kind of like a... Well, he's got two really good songs, all right? He's got two really good songs. But nobody's listening to that damn album. Come on. So, yeah, I'm pulling for GNX. Song of the Year. Abracadabra, Anxiety, APT, DTMF, Golden. What the... K-pop Demon Hunters? I've heard of that. But I don't... That's a Netflix thing. but I guess they're known for music. All right. Luther, Manchild, and Wildflower. If Luther wins Record of the Year, I don't care to see it win Song of the Year either. If I'm gonna pick something different, I think Wildflower by Billie Eilish should get something. Her last record was pretty fun. My favorite song was probably Birds of a Feather, so I don't know. I would have selected that for the categories. But yeah, Wildflower is still a nice, chill song. Give it to Eilish. Who cares? Or actually, give it to Luther again, bro. It's just in a different league from everything else around it. Best New Artist. Olivia Dean, Cat's Eye, The Marias, Addison Rae. Addison Rae's been around for a long, long time. Somber, Leon Thomas, Alex Warrant, Lola Young. Lola Young's been around too, right? I don't know. This is kind of a BS category because it's not new artists. It's artists that the Grammys recognize as new, which is probably a lot of out-of-touch old people. But I'm going to give this category, I think Leon Thomas should win because he came out swinging with Mutt. And then he has that other one that I'm forgetting the name of, but that song is great as well. Yeah, give this to Leon Thomas. Producer of the Year, non-classical, Dan Orbach, Circuit, Dijon, Blake Millis, Soundwave. Well, I guess I'll just look at all the things we did this year. Why do we have just... Is Soundwave the only thing he did, GNX? I'm confused. Why did he get a nod for that? If that's all you did all year, it is still the best album I'm seeing on the field, man. I mean, looks like this Blake Mills guy produced some pretty cool stuff, but... probably Dijon, man. Give it to Dijon. The stuff with Bieber on that new album, we got a lot of cool new takes on pop music. Yeah, Dijon. That's my pick for the category. Songwriter of the Year, Amy Allen, Edgar Beretta, Jesse Joe Dillon, Tobias Jesso Jr., Laura Veltz. All right, see, I'll be honest, bro. This category and the one before, not super invested in. But let's just look at the field, man. You wrote a Shabuzi song. Not going to go for you. Huh. This is a lot of Spanish stuff. You wrote a song for Hardy and Jelly Roll. Ooh. I had Dude, I thought more of the country guys were writing their own songs. Is that a poor assumption to make? I just figured, I figured Morgan Wallen at least wrote all of his own songs. I don't know, dude. What else we got? Well, I guess you could be an assistant writer. It doesn't exactly make you, ungenuine to have other people in the studio with you and get some writing credits. You know what? I'll go Jesse Joe Dillon. Country's had a big year, and if you're writing all these songs for all these people, it's pretty good for you. All right, Field 1, pop/dance, electronic, best solo performance, Daisies by Bieber, Manchild by Sabrina, Disease, Lady Gaga, The Subway, Chappelle Rowan, Messy by Lola Young. I think I'm gonna go with Sabrina Carpenter. That makes the most sense to me. Yeah. Yeah, Sabrina Carpenter. We're going to go with Man-Child. Had to cut the video briefly, but the reason I want to go with Sabrina here is because I don't think they're going to give her the super big categories yet, but I think she should do good in the pop specific fields. You know, she's still on the come up. Best duo group performance, Defying Gravity, Golden, Gabriella, APT, or 30 for 30. Dude, 30 for 30. Absolutely, man. I really don't even know or care to know these other songs, but 30 for 30 is genuinely really good, so we're gonna pull for that. Best pop vocal album, I've tried everything but Therapy Part 2 by Teddy Swims, Mayhem by Gaga, Something Beautiful, Miley Cyrus, Man's Best Friend, Sabrina Carpenter, and Swag by Justin Bieber. This category, I mean, the Teddy Swims is laughable. Man-Child, or Man's Best Friend, I think her last album was a lot better. The one with Juno on it. Swag by Justin Bieber. That's going to be my pick. Give Justin some love, man. Get him some love. Alright, Best Dance Electronic Recording. No Cap by Disclosure and Anderson .Paak. Victory Lap by Fred Again, Skepta and Blackboy Max. Space Invader by Kaytranada. Voltage by Skrillex. End of the Summer, Tame Impala. Okay, this is interesting. Good. I mean, good for Blackboy Max, ending up in a Grammy nomination. Yeah, we're gonna go with End of the Summer, Tame Impala. It was kind of a polarizing first single to the new album, but it's a great song. The new album is great. I like Tame Impala a lot. Yeah, we'll go End of the Summer. Best Dance Pop Recording, Bluest Flame, Selena, Benny Blanco, Abracadabra, Lady Gaga, Midnight Sun, Zara Larsson, Just Keep Watching, Tate McRae, and Illegal by Pink Panthers. All these songs kind of blow, but I have liked a good amount of Pink Panthers in the past. I think I'm going to take her record, her recording, her pop song. Best Dance Electronic Album, You Sexua by FKA Twigs, 10 Days, Fred Again, Fancy That, Pink Panthers, Inhale, Exhale, Rufus Du Sol, F.U. Skrillex. You think you're Andy Warhol, but you're not. That's funny. Man, when Skrillex did the 2 albums in a row, I listened to those, but I didn't listen to the most recent one. It had like a hedgehog on the cover, and the other one was like a guy on a horse. But I'm guessing this is a whole nother thing. I guess out of these, the one... Alright, so there's obviously some albums I haven't heard here, like Who the Hell is Rufus Du Sol? And I just said I haven't heard the new Skrillex. I've listened to some Fred Again, but not going to sit down for an album. So it's really down to Pink Panthers versus FKA Twigs. And I thought the FKA Twigs album was really atmospheric. It was cool. I'm not in love with it, but I think I'm going to take it, at least for this category. You Sexua. Give it to her. Best Remixed Recording. Oh boy. I'm not even going to read this category, man. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to take the Abracadabra Geseffelstein remix because I'm familiar with Abracadabra and Geseffelstein. Not on this together, this collaboration, but I'll give them the nod. Okay, now we're talking that real. Field 2, rock, metal, alternative music. Best rock performance, You Should Not Be Doing That by Amyl and the Sniffers. The Emptiness Machine, Linkin Park. Never Enough, Turnstile. Mirtazapine by Hayley Williams. Changes by Young Blood. Okay, this is some BS going on in this category. I mean, good for Turnstile and Haley Williams, of course. I'm going to go with Linkin Park, and I know a lot of people don't like that new record. I enjoyed it moderately, and I saw them live a couple months ago. They were in, I believe, was it the Barclays Center? Yeah. Great performance, man. The new chick in the band sounds great live, honest to God. So yeah, we're gonna go Linkin Park on the songs at least. You could have picked a better Turnstile track, and definitely a better Haley Williams track off the new album. But yeah, I'm pulling for Linkin Park. Best metal performance, brother. Okay, we have Night Terror, Dream Theater, Lycrama, Ghost, Emergence, Sleep Token, Soft Spine, Spirit Box, and Birds, Turnstile. Sorry about that, excuse me. I think we're gonna go Sleep Token here. I know a lot of people on the internet don't really love Sleep Token. I see a lot of negative backlash, which is really weird because just before the new record came out, like their last album cycle, everybody was jumping on the Sleep Token wave like they were the best thing in the world. And just one album later, they become super successful. First new metal band. And I don't mean new metal. I mean new as in an upcoming artist. They're the first upcoming metal band to hit the top 100 probably since Bring Me the Horizon. I think it's very impressive that they've done so well, especially in an anti-metal landscape where everything needs to be pop music or rap or country. So yeah, man, I am going to pull for Sleep Token here. I do like Emergence. I think it's a great lead single to the album. And yeah, it's a great song. I'm sorry if that pissed you off. You could click off the video, I suppose, but Sleep Token, great band in my opinion. And I saw them live. That was the last concert I went to, which was also at Barclays. It's very easy to go to Barclays if you live in New York, right? Best rock song, As Alive as You Need to Be by Trent, Caramel, Sleep Token, Glum by Haley, Never Enough by Turnstile, and Zombie by Young Blood. Why is Young Blood getting nominations at the Grammys, bro? And also, we're missing so much. Like this is pretty basic stuff, man. And I know 9 Inch Nails have been getting a bit of a resurgence, but nobody's really bumping their new stuff like that, are they? I could be mistaken. I'm going for Sleep Token again, man. Give it to Caramel. Really infectious hook. And probably the heaviest song to hit the top 100 maybe ever. At least in the songs, that bridge they do, where it's pretty much like a black metal song. So, yeah, I'm pulling for Caramel. Best rock album, Private Music, Deftones, I Quit Haim, From Zero, Linkin Park, Never Enough, Turnstile, and Idles, Young Blood. Okay. It's really... It could be Turnstile, right? But Linkin Park had a huge comeback album. And the Deftones, I know a lot of people like it. I like it mildly. A lot of great songs. What's the one? Like Madonna something? Whatever. I'm going with From Zero by Linkin Park. It just makes the most sense to me. And I want to root for them. They're pretty much bringing a new generation back into metal, which is crazy because they're a very old band. But, I have some coworkers around my age who don't listen to any metal at all. It's just like hip hop and pop. Which I get it, man. I love, especially trap music, I love. But let's be honest, man. Metal is great. It's become an underappreciated genre, probably due to the fan base to a large degree. But I'm still going to pull for Zero by Linkin Park. I think it's an important album for what it's doing right now. Best alternative music performance. We have Bon Iver, Everything is Peaceful Love, The Cure Alone, Seeing Stars by Turnstile, Mangit Out, I don't know, Parachute, Hayley Williams. I'm going to go with Alone by The Cure here. Their new album, it wasn't crazy. I don't know, man. When The Cure get way too into their atmospheric stuff, and this is maybe unfair to say, they just came back after a huge break, and I love Robert Smith. And I love The Cure, man. They're one of the best bands of the 80s for sure. But even with my complaints, I'm going to go for The Cure here. It'd be nice to see them win. Give them the nod. Best alternative music album. Sable, Fable, Bon Iver, Songs of a Lost World, The Cure, Don't Tap the Glass, Tyler the Creator, Moisturizer, Wet Leg, and Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party, Hayley Williams. Sometimes you gotta bust out a cough, take a sip of coffee. Delicious. Let me finish my coffee. Hold on 1 second. Hold your horses. Okay. All right. We're done with that. You know. I think this category, give it to Hayley Williams. Yeah, I mean, there's a few songs off the new album that I think are pretty good. My girlfriend loves it. And yeah, man, why not? Why not? Give it to Hayley Williams. I'm surprised Don't Tap the Glass qualifies. I figured you'd think they'd put that on like next year or something. But yeah, we're pulling for Hayley there. And that's really it. Grammys do not give a damn about rock music. Field 3, R&B, rap, spoken word, poetry. Best R&B performance, Yukon by Bieber, It Depends by Chris Brown and Bryson Tiller, Folded by Kalani, Mutt from Leon Thomas, and Heart of a Woman by Summer Walker. This is a pretty good category, man. That It Depends record by Chris Brown's actually pretty good. Yukon, of course. Mutt is a great song. But I am going to go with Folded by Kailani. It's a great song, dude. Kailani has just had a big comeback. What was her song last year? After Hours. That was really good. And she's done like damn near 5 different remixes of Folded. They're all really good. And my girlfriend loves it. So we're going to pull for Kailani. Best traditional R&B performance, Here We Are, Duran Bernard, Uptown, Layla Hathaway. Hold on, bro. This category I don't care about. I just decided. I'm going to give it to SZA, Crybaby. Best R&B song, Folded, Heart of a Woman, It Depends, Overqualified. Yes, it is. Okay, we're going to go with... I guess this one, just to mix it up. You could give it to Folded again. I'll give it to It Depends. Not even for Chris Brown, just so Bryson Tiller could get that Grammy. Because it's a good track. Best progressive R&B. Yeah, I don't care about this category either, but I do like one of Bilal's early 2000s albums. I forget what it is, but I listened to it way back. I'll go with Bilal just because I'm familiar with the artist. Best R&B album: Giveon, Coco Jones, Lettucey, Tiana Taylor, Leon Thomas. Okay. I guess, you know what? Give it a Leon Thomas, man. Why not? Mutt. Sure. Best rap performance: Outside by Cardi B, Chains and Whip by Clips, Anxiety, Doechii, TV Off, Kendrick, Darling I, Tyler. Okay, most people are probably pulling for Chains and Whips, which I have heard this song. Just because I haven't heard the album doesn't mean, I leave my house. I hear this song played and talked about, especially at work. I'm going to go with TV Off, though, just because, again, GNX, it was great. Kendrick should walk away with 3 to 4 Grammys. Give it to him. Best melodic rap: Friday, Proud of Me, JID, Wholeheartedly, Luther, Kendrick, We Maj, Terrence Martin, Somebody Loves Me, Party Next Door. Dude, for melodic rap, you should have a lot more SoundCloud adjacent stuff. Like, isn't that the point of this category? To incorporate some of that newer style? I mean, you have Friday, but that's not really, no. You should have Uzi in here. You should have, I don't care, man. Put Cardi, Youngboy. This doesn't look right. So I am going to give it to Luther, man. Give it to Luther again. Even though I wouldn't really consider that melodic rap. I get it, though. It blends R&B and hip-hop. Who cares? That category is kind of stupid. Best rap song: Anxiety, The Birds Don't Sing, Sticky, TGIF, and TV Off. Ugh. Man. Do you want to give it... give it to Tyler, man. Let Sticky win. Yeah. Wayne, Glorilla, Sexy Red, they could all get a little piece of the Grammys there. Why not? Why not? Give it to Tyler. Best rap album: Like God Sort 'Em Out, Clips, Glorious by Glorilla, God Does Like Ugly, JID, GNX, Kendrick, Chromacopia, Tyler. This category should definitively go to Kendrick Lamar. Just because GNX was a big deal, man. It really was. Best spoken word album. Ooh. Lord knows I give no shit about any of this. So we're just gonna Mark Marcel. Sure. I trust that guy. Alright, Field Ford, jazz, traditional pop, contemporary. Oh, man, truthfully, I may not care about any of this. If some of you are watching and you're like, oh my god, he's not up on his modern-day jazz. Sorry, man. But there's no death metal category. There's no deathcore, hardcore, post-hardcore. Where's all the categories for the stuff I actually listen to? You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I don't listen to modern jazz. I do enjoy a great bit of jazz, though, but I'm not checking for hot new jazz releases. Ugh. Yeah. Not familiar with anything I'm seeing here. Sorry. Robert Glasper. I think I've heard something by you. We'll pick him. Boom. Robert Glasper. Best alternative jazz. I did listen to one jazz album at the beginning of the year. Oh, what was the guy's name, dude? I'll have to look it up. Best traditional pop vocal album. Eh. Give it a Lady Gaga, man. I haven't chose Gaga once in any of the pop categories. You could give her a bone here. She should get 1 Grammy. I mean, it's goddamn Lady Gaga, man. Yep. No idea. Best musical theater? Whew. Rough stuff. Okay. Country music. Jesus Christ. Best country solo performance. We got Nose on the Grindstone, Tyler Childs. Good News, Shabuzi. Bad as I Used to Be, Chris Stapleton. I Never Lie, Zach Top. And Somewhere Over Laredo, Lainey Wilson. Whew. Give it a Lainey Wilson, man. I liked her last album. I liked her album before that, too. Lainey Wilson's good. Best country duo group. A Song to Sing. Trailblazer. Love Me Like You Used to. Amen. And Honky Tonk Hall of Fame. I give it to George Strait and Chris Stapleton, man. Best country song. Biden List. Good News, I Never Lie, Somewhere Over Laredo, A Song to Sing. I know a lot of people like Tyler Childers. I've always just called him Tyler Childs. I don't. It's Childers, Tyler Childers. I don't know. I'm just gonna pull for. Where is she? Is she? Yeah, Lainey Wilson, Somewhere Over Laredo. Give it to her. Best traditional country album. I don't know. I haven't heard any of these. I guess I'm not checking for traditional country. Whatever that may classify as. But just because Willie Nelson, give it to him. That's probably what they're going to do anyway. Best contemporary country album. Okay. Where Are We Falling? Dude, honestly, if you gotta give something to Jelly Roll, I feel like, just because he's had such a great year. I really don't care for his album or his music that much, to be completely honest. I think he's a great dude. I love the stuff he did with WWE this year. And Beautifully Broken. It's not. Whatever. Give it to Jelly Roll, man. Dude's had a year. Best American Roots performance. You know damn well I'm not doing the Roots. Americana. Jesus. No. What are we doing? Billy Strings is cool, man. But this is a category I can't even partake in. I'm not listening to bluegrass like that. Traditional blues album. Yeah, dude. No idea. Folk. Not checking for new folk. This video might be a wash, bro. We might be done. Gospel and Christian. Hold on, gotta cut the video briefly. Okay, I had to cut the video one more time. Let me adjust my microphone. There we go. All right, let's get this over with, man. If there's nothing beyond the Christian category, I'm just gonna end the video. Like, this is not for me, dude. Latin, global, reggae. All right. Yeah, man, it looks like I might be done, bro. I'm not going to pretend to know these genres or to listen to world music. Oh, look, Vibes Cartel got a reggae nod. Y'all remember? If you from New York, bro, You know damn well, bro, anytime you turned on Hot 97 in 2017, Jesus. In 2017, if you were on Hot 97, the radio, you knew damn well you were going to hear Fever by Vibes Cartel. Fever. Yeah, bro, what are we doing? What are these categories, brother? What about comedy? Yeah, who cares about any of this? Oh, best compilation soundtrack. Give it to the F1 album, dude. This K-pop Demon Hunter stuff. Get that out of here. Score for a video game? I don't know. Any of those. Ooh, best music video. You know, give it to Anxiety by Doechii, man. If she's going to get any category, give it to her on this one. I didn't pick it. I don't really love the song, but Doechii is a pretty good artist. Let her get one Grammy nod. Give her the video. Music film? All right, that's kind of gay. Excuse me. Don't get me in trouble now. Field 9, package notes, historical. No, who cares? All right. Production, engineering. We're just gonna get to the end. Make sure we don't miss anything classical, brother. Nobody is checking for any of this at all. All right, that's it. Grammy video. Sorry if you're disappointed by the lack of commentary, but a lot of these categories kind of suck. We need to fix the Grammys, all right? We got to get that emo trap category. We got to get that cloud rap category. We got to do definitely some metal subgenres, some punk subgenres. But yeah, man, that'll be all. I think tomorrow you should have the NWA Power episode. If not, I'll do... I have a tier list in the making and a scripted video. The scripted videos have been doing very well. If you haven't checked it out, check out my The Doors albums ranked. I'll leave that in the little box. You could click on that. If you're still listening at this point, God only knows. Nobody is watching the video at this point now. But yeah, man, have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.